Hey guys.
Hello.
Like,
Okay, so we're Group Six, the Habsburgs. Our question is, what were the causes and effects of the reign of the Habsburgs throughout Europe? So to start off, the main cause of the 30-Year War was because of religious conflict, which was basically just sparked from people not wanting to switch over to Catholicism. Because before they started the force of the Roman Catholic religion. Everyone was allowed to follow like whatever belief or religion they wanted, and then once they started forcing them to Catholicism, they fought back, and this also was contributed to by the Protestants in England. They also started fighting too, um, and basically, this just ruined Germany. It destroyed like all their livestock. This was their like pretty much their main source of income. They would sell it. This was destroyed. They couldn't make money. Their land was destroyed and their economy. And it also dented their population by 4 million. It killed 4 million people. Went from 20 million to 16 million. And this took them like a really, really long time to recover from.
yeah, with the whole 20 million to 16 million, that was is that civilians and soldiers included?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
both.
because
Um,
yeah, only 8 million. Because when I read it was for the soldiers in the army, it was 8 million casualties. That's absolutely crazy. That's kind of like the whole
Yeah.
Blitzkrieg with the Nazis, where they bombed everything and killed all the civilians.
4 million just from Germany. That's a
Great
lot.
minds think
Yeah.
alike. But the yeah, at the end of the war, though, thankfully the Habsburgs lost. Like you said, they lost all their land, and they were split into a bunch of little factions, and they were just. I think it was just good that they didn't have enough power. Like even then, they only had two cardinals, which is even less power from them, because they truly just weren't very good people. Because, like you just mentioned before, they didn't have enough. Like, oh, lost my train of thought. They didn't have. Oh yeah, no, they didn't give people enough religious freedom, but then they only made people switch to Catholics. Like if they actually prevailed, a lot more people would be Catholic. And I mean, it's good to have some diversity. Honestly, I mean, yes, it starts more wars, but still, it's not very good for just one gigantic empire to just own everything. Because then, like I mentioned off the Zoom, it's just not. The country wouldn't develop enough, and Europe would not be nearly as powerful as it would be today.
Yeah, there would definitely be a revolt in Europe
Yeah.
if we didn't have religious freedom. I think that obviously Germany was greatly impacted by the 30 Years' War, but I think that Europe was a lot more effective because the Habsburgs, they like obviously the start of the war, they like didn't listen to anyone else. They were an absolute monarchy and they were just wanting to have everyone be Catholic and listen to them. And that's why they lost. So, and then after the war, the main like cause was that the Europe was now like going to be broken up into like individual states, independent states. That was the main cause for Europe. They were no longer under a full Catholic reign. They now were broken up, and the treaty made sure of that.
It was
So I
pretty good.
think that the main cause of the war was that Europe was now transitioning towards a modern society. And without the 30 Years' War, I don't think that Europe would be as powerful, and I don't think it would transition to like a modern society that it is today.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, no, I mean, think about it. I mean, also, one thing to think about is if Habsburg actually won, they would have owned Germany too. So then, or probably they would have taken over a big portion of Germany. And think about it, maybe even the Nazis wouldn't have even existed.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, I'm sure there would have been another type of revolt, and then there would be someone along the lines, like, because I mean, it's bound to happen again. We had Napoleon, we had the Nazis, and there were other people before them too, so it's just bound to happen that I mean, this next World War II would have probably happened a little more in the future. Thank God it didn't, because that would have been global thermonuclear war, which would have been bad. But it's just
Right.
events
We need,
happen, and then
yeah,
for the
like
good, what
absolute
seems like the
monarchies.
worst is
We've
good.
seen it so many times. They don't work.
Hmm.
We can't
It's
have
because
that.
God's not on their side,
Yeah. That's why the Habsburgs lost.
obviously.
Yeah.
Also because I think they're just so full of power. I think they underestimated everyone. That's usually how it works.
Yeah, they're just so like greedy for it. They wanted to take over everything and then misjudged it.
And they just hurt every other empire, including themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the more they tighten the grip, the more people would just slip through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, good meeting, guys.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye.